Hello and welcome to my in-depth video on the 75331, the UCS Razor Crest. In this video, we'll be talking all about the set and going through all the images of this set. If you do enjoy this video, please subscribe because I do this for all LEGO Star Wars sets, so if you don't want to miss them in the future, best way to do that is by subscribing. Starting off with the box art, you have like a cloudy background to it, kind of flying, and it does look pretty cool, but you can see in the top it says the Razor Crest with the mud horn insignia, and then in the bottom it says 18 plus 75331, and it has 6,187 pieces, which is quite a lot. Then we have the back of the box. You can see here it is a different angle of the set with the kind of plaque in front of it, and then a bunch of images from the Razor Crest in the bottom, which all look pretty cool. And on LEGO's website, it is extraordinarily stretched out compared to what it should be like this. And then we have the price, £520 or $600 or euros, which is ridiculously expensive. Like, I feel like if you're going to buy this, it is a very good set, but you have to have quite a lot of money. And it is good value, kind of. It's just when you're talking that much money, it's kind of hard to justify. But the minifigures and the plaque, if you pause the video and read the plaque, you can do that. But there's 4 of the minifigures and a blurg, which doesn't really count, but still. We have the Mandalorian, which is like phase 1 version, start of season 1 without beskar armour. Helmet looks really nice. They have the print for like the middle part of his helmet. They don't normally have that. And extra details. They have extra, like they've printed on the curves for the helmet, which gives it extra emphasis. And he has arm printing, which really looks really good, and it is just quite a nice minifigure. Also, his face is in the set, which is kind of nice. And then we have Grogu in his wee pram. Grogu's nice minifigure, but the pram is pretty cool with the like yellowish orange, makes it look really nice, and I do think it is quite a nice one. It's the first time we've had it in the accurate colour scheme because we had it in a Christmas one, but that doesn't really count. Then we have the Mythroll, and the Mythroll should have a custom head, but LEGO kind of cheaped out, and it would look so much better if a custom head. It does look pretty cool, to be fair. The blue looks really nice. The torso printing's really nice. The fact that it comes with handcuffs is pretty cool, but just the lack of the custom mold kind of lets this minifigure down, albeit I do really like the blue colours, but yeah. Then we have Kuiil or whatever you want to call him, on a blurg, and it is a nice minifigure. He has a custom mold to the helmet with the goggles, which looks really nice, and it has like grey hair, really nice printed. Torso printing's really cool as well. And the blurg looks like a microfighter, but it is nicely detailed. Like the teeth are far too circular, and there's not enough of them in my opinion. The arm kind of ruins the like curvature. They are kind of accurate size though, because they're absolutely tiny. Pretty sure the head has some posability, not that that really matters. But yes, all minifigures go on the plaque. It looks pretty cool on the plaque. It is very good minifigures, especially whenever compared to some previous ones like the UCS gunship. Whenever they kind of cheaped out, this is pretty good. Then we have the set itself. So I'll talk a bit about the set, then the interior. But the set is ridiculously cool. The massive engines, which are really well detailed. Everything about the set, in my opinion, is really good, with a couple small exceptions. But you can see it here, it looks ridiculously cool. The cockpit area is really nice. It doesn't stand out that much. I suppose that's accurate, but it stands out less than you might want because there's no, other than the yellow, but other than that, there's no contrasting colours. It's just grey. But the yellowy orange looks really nice. Admittedly, there's quite a lot of stickers, and there's a flaw with that, which I'll talk about in a minute in an image that shows it better. But the front of the set, it looks really cool. The massive engines look so nice, and the front turrets look pretty nice from the front as well. I like the way they've got the bit that goes up and down on them, but the angles look really cool as well. LEGO has put a lot of work into that, and that is really impressive. The back as well, the angles are really nicely done. You can see the loading ramp and the interior bit, which has the wee box. I don't know what the box is for. And then the engines in the back with the orange look so cool. It is just ridiculously impressive. The underside, right, You're never going to see any of this unless you have it on like a glass table above your head, which I don't know why you would have that. But it is nicely done. Like they've tiled off some parts, like the back and part of the front are tiled off, as well as the underside of the engines. But they've tiled off all the parts they needed to tile off. But yeah, I don't really know what you're expecting if you're expecting a fully done underside, because you probably would have just added another $50 or pounds to the price. But yeah, you can see a door opens on the side, and you can kind of see some of the lighter greys with the stickers, which don't look great. And some of the stickers are massive, like those are going to be an absolute pain to apply. But you can see it there with the door, which I'm pretty sure is on both sides. And it's nice the way that, like, the kind of it folds in, and then there's part of it that folds out of that to make sure it touches the ground, which is kind of nice attention to detail. Back of the set again with Grogu standing there, kind of cool. I suppose this image shows how big the set is, especially if you have like a Grogu figure. Really, that's kind of cheating because he's tiny, but still. Then you have part of the interior. So this is the bottom deck. This is like where the ramp leads into. And as you can see, you have 2 bits of carbonite, nicely side details, and they're 2 different people. One of them has like a mask, or actually could be Rodian, and the other one looks to be human. And then you have the Mythroll in his handcuffs and like a standing spot. There's nothing to like keep him there. I don't know. It's nice, but then it's kind of weird as well. And then you can see the front. This is the top of it, like the cockpit area. And you can see Mandalorian looks really cool. Grogu looks nice. The dark red looks pretty nice as a contrasting colour of the door, which leads to where you can store the pram. And it is just a really accurate, like they've kind of gone crazy with the like printed tiles. They haven't gone with specific ones, I believe, though. I'm pretty sure all these ones are ones that are in other sets, but it does look pretty massive and pretty cool, especially like compared to the minifigure. It's probably a bit overscaled. Then you can see underneath this, I believe it's a bed for the Mandalorian, and you can see him sleeping there. Doesn't look to be anywhere to store his weapons. I thought that might be where they put it, but at this point you can't really see anywhere. Then we have actually the cupboard. That cupboard, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting. It's kind of lit up in a weird way, but that might be where he stores weapons. And then you have Boba Fett stuff, which looks pretty cool. The sand green is actually accurate compared to what they did last time, which wasn't accurate. The backpack looks really cool. The power brick with the orange looks kind of nice. I'm going to call it power brick because I have no idea what it is. But yeah, you can see a couple blasters as well. And yeah, then you can see this from top down. And it is nice that they included the interior. You can actually reach in, like it's a decent hole in the roof, unlike some previous LEGO sets where they've kind of messed that up in my opinion. But then you can see this top section removes, which also gives... And the part behind that where the escape pod is, it's very blurred in this image. You can also remove that. But that gives you access to the interior underneath. And then the many, many images of LEGO's fancy house with the set in it. And this one's kind of pointless. The front on one, you have a previous image that shows the exact same thing. But like, it is quite nice. I suppose this is kind of gives you ideas for displaying it. I don't really know why you'd have it in the middle of your hall on the floor, but sure. And then the back of it, and yeah, the back looks kind of nice to be fair. Especially, yeah, I do think the engines with the tan look pretty cool. The way they've done that is very impressive in my opinion. Then you have the, like, kind of person supposedly building it. I'm pretty sure they're just removing the escape pod though. And that is one of the nice features that you can kind of do. You can have your escape pod fly off if you want to. Don't really know why you'd want to. Then the set just looks massive in this person's hand. Like, carrying this set would be an absolute pain. It's not very transportable. And considering, yeah, good luck trying to fly this around. It is probably fairly impossible to carry with one hand. Like, it would be ridiculously impressive if you managed to pull that off. Then you can see the plaque with the set in the background blurred. Don't really know why they included this image. Then you have their, like, Mandalorian on a shelf thing, and then you've got your helmet in the background. It's like cross advertising, and the moon for some reason. I do think, like, you probably do need your own shelf for this set, which kind of what this image displays. It's just, I suppose LEGO's kind of showing you that maybe the idea is that if you think this set's too big to fit in your house, it can fit anywhere or something like that. I don't really know what they're trying to do here, but still, you can see them opening the door and kind of, yeah, I'm pretty sure that goes through both sides, but it probably fits a minifigure. I don't think you could fit the blurg through it, but then you have your escape pod. It is a really nice feature, one that I think is probably not going to be used that much, because if you're buying this set, I don't really think you care about the escape pod, but still, nice that they included it for the Mandalorian or any of your other minifigures to fly away in. And yeah, it has your nice boosters. It is quite nicely detailed, and the hole for like your to look through, which is, yeah, quite impressive that they included this. They included it in the playset, but it was really out of scale in the playset, which kind of didn't help that one. Then you have like somebody building it. As you can see, it seems to be on all the building images, you build like the main structure and then the engines last. And then you can see the blurg going in the back. The blurg does fit up the ramp. I'm pretty sure you could store all like everything that comes with the set in the set, which is nice. And yeah, it is a nice back ramp. I do think it's done nicely. Another set of, yeah, don't know why they included all these display images. Top down with a bunch of the pieces off the side. You can kind of see Lego often whenever, to increase the building experience, whenever it's a one colored set, they have a bunch of random colors. As you can see, some of the orange pieces there, which, yeah, is something that does actually kind of help, but still kind of random something they do. And that is this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. If you can't afford the set, I would highly recommend getting it, because it is a ridiculously impressive set. If you did enjoy this video, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.